Hello, my name is Destinee Coburn, and you are watching Bison Entertainment. Today we are joined by senior producer of Howard University's Spotlight Network, Trinity Lockett, and today we will be covering all things Sundance Film Festival. So Trinity, can you tell us more about Sundance?
Yes, well, the Sundance Film Festival is the ultimate gathering of original storytellers and audiences seeking new voices and fresh perspectives. Through the nonprofit Sundance Institute, founded by Robert Redford in 1981, the annual program includes dramatic and documentary features, short films, and episodic content. Sundance also hosts filmmaker conversations, panel discussions, and other events. Since 1985, hundreds of films launched at the festival have gone to gain critical acclaim and reach new audiences worldwide. And that is exactly what I experienced during this film festival.
Can you tell us more about that experience? So you went online this year, right? What was that like?
So since the pandemic, Sundance has offered online alternatives to going to the festival. This has made it extremely accessible compared to before. Usually a ticket costs $1,000 on average, at least a good $500 to $800. Students can attend the festival in person for $250. But online, that is comparative, seeing one film, is $35. I've currently been watching the animated shorts right now. The most recent one that I watched was Flower Show by Ellie Voronin. And it was a really beautiful animated short. It tells an entire story with little to no dialogue, all under 8 minutes, about how we treat women in our current society. And being able to see films like that take a experimental approach to filmmaking, whether it be animated or live action, it was just a wonderful experience to be able to have.
And that is so awesome that you were able to experience that, especially on behalf of us broke students who can't afford to just travel and pay $250 sometimes to go see it. But it really is an amazing, once in a lifetime sort of experience to go and to see these films at Sundance. Can you tell us more about the films that you've seen?
There's Hurricane, that's also happening. Hopefully I said that correctly. There's also Ricky, directed and written by Rashad Fret, that I'm anticipating on watching. Then there's Love Brooklyn starring Andre Holland. You could find him in Moonlight. That's probably one of his most notable roles. Looking forward to watching that and speaking with the DP, hopefully, the people who created. There's also an almost successful dating app love story, directed by Winter Coleman. It also stars Olivia Washington, who some may know as Denzel Washington's daughter. So there's a lot of opportunities to see Black and brown voices at Sundance. And I'm also trying to expand my horizons. I don't think there's many other environments like Sundance or these premiere film festivals where you can see these stories. Usually we see the blockbusters, and they're amazing, they're great. But when we talk about societal issues, things that are hot button topics, you're going to find that.
They're more true to the storytellers and how they want to portray the stories that they're telling. I will say that is something that I do see a huge similarity between Sundance and what a lot of emerging filmmakers want to do. So we were talking about, before the camera started rolling, things like having a sort of artistic blockage that sometimes going to places like Sundance can unblock, but often I think every artist sort of goes through something where they want to produce something, they want to feel inspired, and it's just not there. Have you ever had an experience like that?
Definitely, and I think that experience came from coming to Howard, not knowing what to say because everybody was saying a similar thing, and thinking that I had to say what another person is saying in order to get the same praise or attention. And I think that just came from being young and impressionable. not saying that every person that's young doesn't have their own voice, but I think that there are different journeys that people take, and one of mine was coming to Howard and not knowing, really not knowing truly what HBCU culture was. Like, as far as I knew, it was drumline.
That's real. Some people know it as far as Beyonce's Homecoming.
Yeah, or something
which
like
was awesome.
that. Like,
but yeah,
I knew it from a marching band perspective. I used to be in band, and I was excited to come, but like I never knew about the Royal Court and everything that I thought I knew about Black culture being at a Black school. That like all of these assumptions that I had, popped as soon as I came to Howard, which I believe is a good thing, for all these assumptions to be, kind of broken as you get to this school. And so I just kind of felt like everything that I had known was debunked. And so I was like, well, what do I really know? What can I really say? Yeah. And so for the past 2 years, I've just kind of been like exploring, observing, building things up for what I do want to say, and exploring how other people have said what they wanted to say. So for example, Parasite, directed by Bong Joon-ho.
Great movie.
Love that movie.
Love that movie.
It got me interested in the politics of Korea, in the sense that they have a big class problem. And a lot of Asian countries do have this really big pay gap, I should say, or income gap, where there's a lot of people who are in poverty, a lot of people in higher classes, and very little people within the middle. And the way that he uses, the symmetry of the camera, there's like, if you notice, there's a lot of lines
that are dividing characters of different classes,
exactly.
Or even just like hierarchy in a moment. There could be an argument, and like this is why I said we got to watch movies twice, because I was like, I didn't catch it until I saw it again. I was like, wait.
Because initially you're just within the thrill of it all. You're just like, oh my God, this person. But when you actually see like the technique, it's like, I can use that in my own storytelling. This is what I like. And so actually like writing down, taking note of, this is what I like, this is how people express themselves. There are many times where I've been stuck, and I think coming to Howard was one of the biggest reasons, but Howard has also gotten me unstuck. And you're just gonna go through those periods, and the best way to get unstuck is to listen to somebody else's story and see what you can glean from that.
That's beautiful. And thank you so much for being here on the show. If you want to glean from someone else's story and study and see very beautiful, very amazing films, please, please, please visit www.sundance.org. I've been your host, Destinee Coburn, and this is Bison Entertainment.
South Africa, day one. Flight was long.
Really long.
Really long.
Really
It's cold.
Long. But we made it.
My name is Richard Wesley Johnson.
Shala Johnson. Shala Michelle Johnson.
My name is Carter Johnson.
My name is Campbell Johnson.
Aiden Johnson.
Laura May Cole Johnson.
And what stood out the most for you about that trip?
Young people create change.
Many of these folks they know the village that they came from, where their family members, their parents or grandparents came from. They can go to the village, where those folks are from.
Went to Tabletop Mountain. The view was really beautiful and it was pretty cool.
Made it!